Welcome back to Bourbon Country Reacts, and Dustin, who's quite tickled with himself at the moment.
I said something funny. You missed it. He didn't hit record fast enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Keith. He's our classy broad.
So,
I'm Dustin. I'm the bourbon guy.
ladies and gentlemen, fans, viewers of Bourbon Country Reacts, Dustin has gone off the deep end.
What?
So, yeah, I'm Keith.
I'm Dustin.
I'm not a broad.
You're not a broad. What's your pronouns? Boom.
Boom. Armor. Rockets.
Right. Enough of that bullshit. We're going to talk to y'all about some bourbon and some country music.
556 green.
This one has a price tag on it. You bought this one.
Yeah, I bought it.
Damn, that was expensive.
It couldn't have been.
It was.
Really? How much?
I'm not telling you until we get to the bourbon. Because I'm going to ask you how much you paid for it since you paid for it.
I've definitely forgotten, so this will be an interesting exercise.
Yeah. So we have Widow Jane, aged 10 years, at 91 proof.
So, 10 years.
So we got a new artist request. This is a request one, not a bribe, because we've done a lot of bribes. We got to do some requests, too.
An awful lot of requests for... this is a new artist to the channel.
Right.
But it's one I'm familiar with.
Same.
So it's Johnny Cash. I've heard
Right.
a lot of Johnny Cash, but I've not heard this Johnny Cash.
Right.
So...
but we've heard this song.
We've heard this song.
Right, but not by Johnny Cash.
By Chris Christopherson.
Who wrote it?
So we're getting...
a ton.
An artist we know, a song we know, but haven't heard performed
Together.
by Johnny.
Yeah.
So, and a whole... You're doing that just for Christiane, aren't you?
Oh,
Just
no.
to let her see the color?
Here's the color. I was showing them the label, but...
Yeah. So, I remember not being super impressed with Chris Christopherson because
it was just kind of like...
It's just kind of this depressing vibe, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and if depressing vibe is the goal, Johnny Cash will deliver that in spades.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of the king of that.
He's got the phrasing for it.
Yeah.
So y'all told us, hey, cool that you did this. Chris wrote it, but Johnny's version's better. Do Johnny, like all y'all.
So we're going to get to compare.
Sure.
Kind of interesting. So,
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head. That didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled in my closet through my clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirt. Then I washed my face and combed my hair and stumbled down the stairs to meet the day. I'd smoked my mind the night before with cigarettes and songs I'd been picking. But I lit my first and watched a small kid playing with a can that he was kicking. Then I walked across the street and caught the Sunday smell of someone's frying chicken. And Lord, it took me back to something that I lost somewhere, somehow along the way. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, I'm wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes the body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying sidewalk. And Sunday morning coming down. In the park I saw a daddy with a laughing little girl that he was swinging. And I stopped beside a Sunday school and listened to the songs they were singing. Then I headed down the street, and somewhere far away a lonely bell was ringing.
That was you, jingling.
And it echoed through the canyons like a disappearing dreams of yesterday. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, I'm wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes somebody feel alone.
Do you get, like, maybe I'm just being weird. You're the ear. I hear, like, circus music.
So there's a bunch of stuff in there, like big band instruments. There's brass in there, violins. I mean, everything is in there. And there's some weird use of major key stuff that we'll talk about that later.
Hold on, just let's back it up just a touch and see if you hear, like, I hear circus music.
Don't. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday
Like the carousel.
that makes somebody feel alone.
It's major key. That's what you hear.
And there's nothing short of dying that's half as lonesome as the sound of the sleeping city sidewalk. And Sunday morning coming down.
All right, ear, what'd you hear?
I think I'm going to make some people mad.
I think I might disagree with you.
So I'll tell you what I hear.
Okay.
Johnny's voice is just superior to Chris's.
Yes.
Hands down, Johnny's voice is superior to Chris's. He's, I think, a better singer. Looking at this song,
Definitely.
right?
Yep.
Johnny's the legend he is for a reason.
True.
And it's being showcased here.
Yep.
However,
His phrasing was, to me, better in this song.
I won't even disagree with that. What I will say is that Johnny's performance of this song did not impart to me the sense of lonely desolation that Chris's version did.
This is true, but that's interesting. You're 100% right. But that's, holy shit. So, that made me like the song better. Because it wasn't so depressing.
It wasn't weirding you out and making you uncomfortable, which honestly is kind of Johnny's trademark. He's good at that.
Right.
Chris did that better in this case.
He did with this song. You're right. You're 125% right.
Now, which is more enjoyable to listen to?
Right.
Johnny.
Correct.
Which impacts you more emotionally?
Chris. Definitely.
Which I did not expect to be saying coming into this video.
No, you're right. That's right. But I like this version better, and here's why.
It didn't give you the creepy crawlies, man.
And I heard, because of the creepy crawlies of the Chris version, I heard more of the lyrics. Like, I got more of the story.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't weirded out so much. Right? Like, I totally missed the whole like Sunday school and the dad in the park pushing the kid in in Chris's version. I was like, that was in there?
I caught all that in the Chris version.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I missed it because I was like, this is weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, so I mean, both versions have their strengths and weaknesses. I tend to look at a song's emotional impact as a huge factor of its quality.
Right.
And let me tell you, Chris's version of this, I think, had much more emotional impact. Not necessarily in a good way, but it was there.
It fit the song's message better than the impact you got from Johnny.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not wrong at all.
I think so.
I liked your like, dude. Everything you're saying, I can't disagree with. Johnny's voice just sounded better,
Absolutely.
right? But and part of me wonders. So I told you I heard circus music, right? And you talked about major key, which I don't even know what that means.
So major versus minor key is an interval thing, and kind of an oversimplification of it is that major key chords sound happy. Minor key chords sound sad.
That's awesome because that's where I was going with it. I felt like the background music,
major key stuff, yeah,
I felt like the background music,
was happy and the song content sad as shit.
and that could be part of why it didn't have the same impact.
It could be. Now I want to go back and listen to Chris's version again and find out, was this all done in minor key?
Holy
Because I
crap.
don't remember.
Yeah. Wow.
So
That'll be a cool experiment.
some music nerd will beat us to it in the comments. Somebody that knows and is familiar with both these versions, they'll fill us in.
Minor nerd. Tell or music nerd.
Yep.
Not just Keith.
Yeah. Well, I'm not much of a nerd, but yeah. So all right, tell me about this Widow Jane, man.
I still like it. I had it a long time ago. It's good.
What proof did you say it is?
Pretty sure I said 91.
This is a really interesting bourbon to me because initially I'm getting corn sweetness and maybe a touch of cinnamon.
I get cinnamon more towards the finish. Up
What
front, I
I'm
get
getting-
like a caramel.
What I'm getting in the finish is okay. Yeah, caramel up front. That's better. He's right about that. More caramel than cinnamon up front. I'll tell you what I'm getting in the finish, and you tell me if I'm nuts. Vanilla fucking ice cream. Try it.
He's knucking futs. That's interesting. I don't get vanilla ice cream, but I see where you're going. I get I do get the vanilla note that you're getting, but I get a lot of cinnamon back there.
I wonder if this is a sip size thing.
I took a pretty good one right there.
I've been taking fairly. Let me take a
Bigger sip.
tiny one.
You're gonna take a tiny sip. Been gulping it.
So that intensified the vanilla ice cream flavor for me. Let me take a bigger one.
You know what kind of reminds me of? Did you ever have that vanilla, like, you remember those like vanilla, those flavored Tootsie Rolls?
Yes. Yes.
It kind of reminds me of one of those vanilla flavored Tootsie Rolls.
This is by far the strongest, and it's really only at the finish.
Yep.
This is the strongest vanilla note I've ever had in a bourbon.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of people put that on their bottles,
Never had it.
and I've just not gotten it.
Right.
I get it in this.
This has, I don't know if they put anything on their bottles about.
So you wouldn't tell me how much it cost, even though the price tag's right there.
Right. It's a good thing you can't read it.
Huh. What would I pay for this?
Yeah.
What, they did say vanilla in the...
No. The is water from the legendary Rosendale mines of New York.
Must be a lot of freaking limestone, because I am tasting no iron in this.
Hand assembled in Brooklyn using the richest and rarest straight bourbons. Only ever in 5-barrel batches. So this...
Okay. Very craft style.
Yeah, so reviving the lost art of marrying the finest whiskeys. Widow Jane 10-year-old is our signature bourbon.
So I would put, for me, a pretty high value on this bottle.
For you?
Because this is good.
It is pretty good. Pure limestone mineral water.
I would
Mineral
probably
water.
pay about $65 for this.
Well, you did pay 70.
I paid 70. All right, well, I don't feel ripped off.
He paid 70. It's not bad. It's quite good. Pure limestone mineral water.
Yeah, that's the same thing that flows through Kentucky. I imagine chunks of New York have a lot of limestone too. So, yeah.
From the legendary Rosendale mines. I don't know anything about the Rosendale mines.
It's probably a big quarry somewhere. Who knows?
Let us know if you know.
Yeah, so guys, if you enjoyed this reaction, give us a like. Go ahead and subscribe. Drop down in the comments. Tell us what songs we need to listen to. Tell us what bourbons we need to drink.
We bought this one.
Yeah, we bought this one, and so the votes brought this song.
Your votes brought this song.
A lot of votes brought this song. So, yeah, well, here you go. So, your votes do count, but if you want to propel yourself to the front of the line, you can bribe us by sending us a bottle, and we'll listen to your song, put it right in the front of the queue.
Yep.
All right. Hey, till next time, guys.
See you.